I launched my side hustle and ran it successfully for 2 years before taking it full-time and becoming an entrepreneur. It all started with just that one idea that I had in my head in 2019, and it completely changed my life. I was able to build something that I loved, something that I loved doing, something that I was so passionate about. And it eventually turned into something that I was so proud of, that I wasn't afraid to take the leap and become a full-time entrepreneur. So if you're looking to do something you're passionate about, do more with your time and eventually use it to make more money, this video is for you. Hi my friends, my name is Mehar. I'm your career coach and mentor, taking your career to the next level. In today's video, we will be talking about all things side hustles because this is a highly requested video by all of you. And as someone who has been in that position, I was a successful side hustler for the longest time, running and managing and maintaining the MSB vision to grow it to what it is today. I know what it feels like. I know the doubt that you have when you're starting out. And I know if you already started, what is stopping you from staying consistent. That's why this video is going to be super helpful for you. I'm going to cover the following things. First and foremost, what exactly are side hustles and why do you even need to start one? What are the different types of side hustles that you could start? What is the right mindset that you need to have in order to launch and run a successful side hustle? How to manage your side hustle with a full-time job or with full-time studying, and some mistakes to avoid. So without wasting any more time, let's jump right in. So let me explain it in the most simple terms. Your side hustle is something that you do on the side along with something that you're doing full-time. Now that full-time thing could be either that you're doing a job or you're studying at university, or that maybe you are studying for some competitive exams, or that maybe you have other family commitments or any other personal commitments that are stopping you from pursuing your side hustle full-time. Now side hustles are a great way of expressing yourself, your creativity, your passions through your interests. The number of hours that one is able to put into a side hustle depends from person to person and depends upon different stages of life that you're in. So maybe you only have half an hour a day to run your side hustle, or maybe you're somebody who has 4-5 hours every day and full weekends to pursue your side hustle. The best part is because everything is so online and so remote now, we all have the abilities of starting something that we really want to do with the form of digital media. Anything and everything that you want to do is available to do now online. Whether that's freelancing, starting an online business, teaching online, consulting, creating online services and products, or monetizing on your hobbies or skills. There are just so many options now. Thanks to the internet and a phone and a laptop, you can do anything that you want to do. But Mehar, why do I need to start a side hustle? Well, if you've clicked on this video, you probably are somebody who's having those ideas of starting a side hustle. A side hustle is just an extension of who you are because it's important to start a side hustle about your keen area of interest or skills, because it's something that you're doing outside of your daily routine. If you're going to be investing that time, energy and effort into something, it has to be something that you really love doing. So let me give you my example. I'm somebody who was in a corporate job for 8 years of my life. While I was working, I always had a very analytical kind of a role. So it was a very desk job. I had to be studying things to present to clients, prepare reports, and it was just a very monotonous kind of role. However, when I started my side hustle, it was my creative outlet because I knew I was somebody who wanted to create something of my own, whether that was through shooting videos, editing videos, or it was creating content on Canva, like posts like these that I created for my Instagram page. I just knew that I had this creative spark in me that needed an outlet. And I also wanted to be the mentor for young professionals, for people who were 5-6 years behind me on their career journeys. I wanted to help people. I wanted to have an impact in their lives. I wanted to somehow make their career decisions a little bit easier than they were for me. So because I wanted to give back, because I had this passion of actually helping people and I was unable to do that in my day-to-day job, my side hustle provided me with that outlet, with that platform, with that opportunity that I could reach so many of you in the remotest parts of the world. So I want to tell you that when I launched and created my first YouTube video in 2019, I was extremely shy. I was somebody who just knew that I wanted to do something on the side and I wanted to help people in some way, and I wanted to do something in the career space because there was a part of me that felt unfulfilled. My life was all okay. I was married to a great guy. I was living in my dream city, London. I was in a great job that was my dream job at one point of time. But I still felt like there was a gap. There was something that I needed to do to bridge this gap, to fill this hole, this void that was in my life, because I knew I was meant to do something else, because I knew I was meant to do more with my time. So starting MSB Vision, launching my YouTube channel, starting on Instagram and helping my community actually gave me a sense of purpose. It was something that I looked forward to at the end of the day. After my workday was over, I worked from 9 to 5 and then 5 p.m. I started working on my side hustle. Because your full-time job or your university is going to be so hard-bound in terms of things that you need to do, expectations from you, your boss needs something, there are certain ways of performing, your professors expect things from you. Because it's so rigid, your side hustle gives you the freedom to express yourself in ways that you want to. It is something that brings you joy, that brings you curiosity. You can run it the way you want without any rules. Starting a side hustle will also lead to your professional growth in many ways because you will be managing and balancing different activities, different things that you need to do. You will be able to become a version of yourself that probably you always wanted to become. So for example, when I started my YouTube channel, I was somebody who was super underconfident and full of self-doubt. But because I was creating so many videos on the side, I was able to develop my communication skills. I was able to develop my confidence because I did not get those opportunities to express myself in my full-time job, to probably give presentations to clients that I wanted to talk about topics that I wanted to. My side hustle gave me that opportunity to build my skills, my communication skills, to hone my personality. I gave so many university talks. I started speaking on Instagram. If you see my first few videos on Instagram and YouTube, I was super underconfident. I did not know how to even look at the camera, how to share my thoughts. Because I was doing so much on the side in my side hustle, I was able to gain real-life experience, hands-on experience of giving talks, of actually presenting myself confidently. I was able to expand my knowledge. I was able to clearly articulate my thought and just broaden my skill set about the real world stuff that was happening that I was interested in. And because I was able to impact so many lives, I was able to reach to so many people who were just waiting for more videos from me, from more tips from me. I was able to increase my self-belief. I started feeling satisfied. I started feeling excited about working beyond 5 p.m. And honestly, if you're somebody who's in a job right now, but you see yourself doing something else in the future, starting a side hustle could be a great way for you to test the waters before you take that full leap. If you're trying to make a career transition in the future, this is a great way to slowly and steadily test yourself. So you can treat it as a stepping stone to the next career move that you want to make. So if you're somebody like me who loves their stable income and you do not want to take that huge risk altogether, a side hustle is a great way to begin. You don't need to start with taking a huge risk. Baby steps are sometimes great in the right direction. But before you begin, my friends, I always tell you it's important to have the right mindset, the golden mindset that I want to talk to you about. Because I don't want you to start a side hustle for the wrong reasons. The side hustle that you start, the mindset that you need to have is that you're doing this only for your passion. You're not doing this to run after the money. I know maybe your financial circumstances are such that you want to be making money on the side as well, and that's completely okay. But if you start a side hustle with the mindset of just making more money, it's going to be way more difficult. You're going to start treating it as another job, and you don't need two jobs. You need to think of your side hustle to be your creative outlet. You want to think of your side hustle to be something you're really, really passionate about, something you're excited to do at the end of the day or working on weekends. You want to think of your side hustle as means of providing value to your customers and your clients. Because launching a side hustle is very easy, but managing it successfully, consistently, with discipline takes a lot of hard work. And you will only be able to put that hard work if you have the right mindset. If you feel like you are in this for yourself, you're doing this out of your passion. You're doing this out of love for the skills that you have. Maybe you're great at editing videos. Then become the bloody best editor there is and reach out to clients for more work. If you want to be a content creator, great. There are so many content creators like Finance with Sharon, me, and Akansha Monga who started their pages, their YouTube channels, their Instagram following while they were in full-time jobs. So if we can do it, so can you. But having the right mindset of providing genuine value to your audience is really, really important. If you want to start a cooking page, you want to launch a jewelry business, you want to maybe make some illustrations on the side, or maybe you're somebody who's great at planning events, fantastic. Do it, but do because you love it. And please remember that eventually maybe you'll get bored of your side hustle, and that's completely okay. But if you do it consistently, you keep learning new skills, you're in this continuous journey of self-improvement because you want to add value to people's lives, success won't be too far. You will be able to balance everything because you love doing it. You will make the time for it. So please have an abundance mindset, a growth mindset when it comes to starting your side hustle. Do it for the love, for the passion of your skills, of your interests, of your field, of your industry, whatever. Don't do it just for the money. Because if you do it just for the money, people will see right through it. Your customers will know that you're trying to cheat them because you want to make more money. Your work ethic will not be up to the mark. You will be completely tired at the end of a workday because you're doing two jobs, running two things simultaneously. The world is your oyster. You can run your side hustle the way you like, but it has to be something that's really, really true to who you are as a person. So now let's talk about, okay, Mehar, I know what side hustle to start. I know that I have to have the right mindset, but how do I actually balance having a side hustle, running it consistently and continuously and growing it as well, along with my full-time job, along with my full-time university? How do I do it? Well, I want to tell you, if I can do it, if Ali Abdaal has done it, and so many other creators have done it, so can you. And these are just people that we know about because they're in the online world. There are so many people who are running multiple businesses, doing multiple jobs, taking care of all their passions along with their full-time job because they love it. I'm sure you have a friend who's probably running a business and is also a model on the side, or probably running an Instagram page for some other passion that she has. Or maybe you have a friend who is in a full-time job because it's a family business, but he also has his own passion. So he's starting his own business on the side and he's just trying to explore and set it up simultaneously. There are so many such examples. So don't think that side hustles only have to be in the content creation space. There is so much that you can do, whatever you want to do. Okay. Now let's talk about how do I actually make time for running a successful side hustle. First and foremost, I want you to actually sit down and budget your time. Think about how much time do you have available on a day-to-day basis. So when I was starting my side hustle, luckily my job had fixed hours. 9 to 6, and I knew I was free after 6 p.m, maximum 7 p.m. And that's when I started working on my side hustle. You have to see how many hours you will have. You have to make sure you're getting plenty of rest as well so that you don't burn out. So figure out what are the optimum hours realistically that you will be able to put into your side hustle. The next tip is the wow factor, which is working on weekends. Now, like I said, if you're running a side hustle that you're really passionate about, you want to do it for yourself. Maybe it's for money, maybe it's for the passion, the love for what you're doing, but you will be ready to work on weekends. That is the wow factor. And trust me, that is going to be a secret weapon because your full-time job is going to keep you so busy. A side hustle is going to be run on weekends. That's exactly what I did. I was working every weekend. I said no to meeting my friends. Didn't have time to talk to my family. I let go of all my hobbies because my passion of building MSB Vision was all that I was obsessed over. That meant on weekends when my husband needed a break and was chilling on the couch watching Netflix, I was actually in the other room shooting a video. But because it didn't feel like work, I was okay to do it. It didn't feel like I was working on a weekend. I remember I used to get up early in the morning, even on weekends, because I had to take mentorship sessions for these students who are waiting to talk to me all week. The next tip is that make a list of your priorities. Now, every day is not going to be when you're feeling 100% charged up, when you're feeling 100% motivated, or you want to stay consistent or disciplined. No, not every day is going to be like that. That's why it's important to make a list of your daily tasks and highlight the ones that are the most important for the day. Now, those could be your daily priorities. If you do that one thing, just that one task for your side hustle every single day, you'll know that, okay, this was a successful day. So set your daily priorities for the next day, the night before, and just focus on those 2 to 3 crucial tasks that will make the significant amount of impact. Now, for example, I'm sitting here shooting this video because I know that I'm traveling soon and I need to get my videos ready in advance. This was the most important task for the day. And you're probably doing this for your full-time job as well. So that's how you need to start thinking for your side hustle as well. Because you have limited time, you have limited energy. Whatever time and energy that you do have, make sure you're devoting that time to the most important priorities. Just move the needle a little bit every single day. That will help you to stay consistent because you will see the real results coming in. The next step is work in small blocks of time. Now, this could be that maybe you're commuting to a client's office for your full-time job, which is an hour and a half away. That gives you enough time to work on your side hustle as well. That could be maybe taking a call with a client for your side hustle, or it could be preparing an invoice, or it could be working on a project that you needed to finish off quickly. Find those pockets of time during the day when you're completely free and you have to be super charged up and productive in those pockets of time. If you work in those small intervals of time, your energy will be high. It will enhance your productivity, you will feel good about it, and it will keep the momentum going. Now I want to talk about some mistakes to avoid when you're starting and running your side hustle. First and foremost, please remember to not overdo it. Don't spread yourself too thin. Now that means is that if you're working too hard and too much and just doing it non-stop, it will just lead to burnout. Your life has your primary job, your family responsibilities, your social events, and there's only so much time and energy that you have left for your side hustle. So please set realistic goals for yourself. Please remember that you have limited time and make the most of that time. But be realistic about your priorities for the day for your side hustle because there's so much else that's going on. The second mistake that you need to avoid is that thinking about what could be the legal repercussions of what you're starting. Now, maybe you're in a job which avoids moonlighting. Now, moonlighting is starting a side hustle of your own while you're in a full-time job. There are a lot of organizations that are not okay with it. So you need to figure out whether it's in your employment contract and have a conversation with your manager if it's okay for you to start something on the side. That's not going to have an impact on your day-to-day work. So have that conversation with your manager if you want to keep things transparent. And the second thing that you need to remember is the tax implications. If you're somebody who's running a side hustle and you're making some money now, you have to remember that you have a full-time job where you are making money and you have that side hustle where you're making money as well. So your total income needs to be taxed. So you need to make sure that all your legal stuff is sorted, whether that's taxes, whether that's permission from your manager, whether that's getting some permits, licenses, registering your organization, etc. Make sure all of that is sorted and do not wait till the last minute to get that done. The third and probably the most common mistake that you guys are making is that you are unable to start a side hustle because of fear of what other people will think or fear of failure. And because of these two things, you're just not able to start your side hustle. And trust me, I've been there. When I launched my YouTube channel, I told nobody about it. None of my friends or family knew. Slowly and steadily, I started spreading the word, but I was still very, very shy to talk about it. And I understand where you're coming from. But trust me, the confidence increases slowly and steadily. If you don't want to tell anybody about it in the beginning, it's fine. But eventually, your friends and family will support you. And if they don't support you, they don't want the best for you. So cut those people out of your life. Your true friends and true family members will always support your ventures. So don't allow fear to hold you back. Take calculated risks. Be very, very sure of what you want to start, why you want to start it, and just start. Literally, just take the first step. Launch that Instagram page. Send out that one email to a potential client. Learn from your setbacks and honestly, just adapt as you go. What's the worst thing that could happen if you launch a side hustle? I have another page called Workwear by Mehar, which is now my side hustle because now I do MSV Vision full time. At first, I did not want to post much on Workwear by Mehar because I was conscious of what other people are thinking. But now, because I know I love it so much, I want to share my tips and tricks and my knowledge with other people in the community. That is what's pumping me up. I know it's not a perfect page, but I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. So why am I holding myself back? And that's why I've decided in 2024, I'm going to go all in on my Workwear page. The last mistake that you may be making is forgetting the power of promotion and marketing. A side hustle that you're probably wanting to start is something that you will do online. Now, if you're doing something online, it needs to be marketed. It needs to reach more customers online. And that will only happen if you toot your own horn. If you don't promote yourself, your services, your products, nobody's going to know about them. If nobody knows about them, you're not going to get any customers. You're not going to get any audience members. So utilize the power of social media, the power of networking events, the power of cold emailing. Don't just run a side hustle expecting results to come out of nowhere. They're not going to fall down from the sky. You need to create those opportunities for yourself. Now let's end this video with some homework that I'm going to give you. That is the actionable steps that you need to take. First and foremost, figure out what you want to launch your side hustle in. Second of all, budget your time. How much time you have to run this side hustle realistically. Third, do your research. Who are the current players in the market? Who will you be competing against? How is your product or service going to stand out? Fourth, just launch. Whether it's a website, whether it's an Instagram page, whether it's a podcast, whatever it is, stop waiting for permission. Nobody's going to come and give you that permission. You need to just launch. And fifth and foremost, and probably the most important one, is stay consistent. If you start a side hustle and you only post once a month, or maybe you only work with one client a month, it's not going to get you big results. It's like going to the gym once a month and expecting your body to change. It's not going to happen if you do it just once. Please remember to set a schedule for yourself, optimize on the time that you have, stay productive in the time that you do have. And because it's something that you really love, you will make time for it. I hope this was useful for you, my friends. I'm telling you, I have been there. I have been able to create something that was just mine and grow it into something so beautiful that is impacting so many lives. And I was able to build it into something that I really loved, impact millions of people, and become the version of myself that I always wanted to become. I hope this pumps you, motivates you to launch now. And like I said, don't do it for the money. Do it out of the love for that subject. If you have any more questions about side hustles, how to run them, how to manage your time, let me know in the comments below. I will definitely reply and be there for you. I'll be back soon with another one, but until then, keep believing in yourself. I hope to see you soon. Bye.